Hello and welcome to the first episode of Sisters on the Weekend. She is Little Sis.
And she is Big Sis. And welcome to our sisterhood.
Welcome. So, this first episode is dedicated to us kind of introducing the podcast. So, Little Sis, do you want to get us started?
Our podcast came about because we are biological sisters, and oftentimes people compliment us on our sisterhood or what appears to be our sisterhood. So we thought, why not document what we have already been doing? We're both opinionated as well, so why not? It makes perfect for a podcast that we can do together, and this is like a great way to like bond and make sure that we keep up with each other as well, and hopefully in the future we can keep up with you guys as well.
Yeah, so we wanted to bring thought-provoking conversations to a platform that we can share with everyone. And these are the type of conversations that we have like daily, as Little Sister said. So, welcome. And we can kind of start by defining sisterhood. Like, what is sisterhood? According to Oxford, a sisterhood is defined as a relationship between sisters. It can also be defined as the feeling of kinship with and closeness to a group of women or all women. And then finally, sisterhood can be defined as an association, society, or community of women linked by a common interest, religion, or trade. So under that definition, I feel like we are sisters in many different ways. So we're sisters by relationship, but then also closeness and also common interests. Anything you want to add, or do you want to?
Without the actual like dictionary definition, I would describe it as an unbreakable bond with someone. That's how I would describe sisterhood, and I will also say that people can be sisters biologically, but that doesn't mean that they have a sisterhood.
Right, I do believe that, and I just wanted to circle back because Little Sister made the comments like other people compliment us, and they do, and sometimes I'm kind of like thrown off a little bit because people are like, "You guys are so close," and I used to think like, aren't all sisters close? But
Right, but also how do you, like, it's just interesting that people can see things that
right,
we don't even know, like we don't even notice. Like,
I guess it's the way that we
just
interact with each
regular,
other. Yeah.
Right, but it's regular camaraderie for us. It's not like we're putting on our front, like, oh, let's seem. So, yeah, so that's always like interesting.
Yeah, and I think stepping away from the Oxford definition and just giving my own definition of sisterhood, you said it's an unbreakable bond. I agree with that. I also think I don't know. I think it's just about like togetherness, closeness, understanding, patience, and support with someone who is also a woman. So you have, that ground foundation of understanding or commonality, but then you have all those other things.
And then just to touch on like how we built the sisterhood, I think for me, she put in like the foundation, and then I just was able to follow along. And that's kind of how it grew. So I would have to thank her for the sisterhood. I feel like, if both people reciprocate what one is doing, then that would create the sisterhood for anybody that's looking for, a sisterhood or a certain bond with one. Both people have to be willing participants.
Yeah, that's actually pretty deep. I do think that that's where the closeness comes from, when both sisters are of an age where they can where there's reciprocity. So obviously I'm the older sister by 10 years. So when I was 18 and you were 8, that was a different relationship, and I served proudly as a big sister. But then as we got older and we had more common life experiences, and I'm able to support you and you're able to support me, I think that definitely contributed to the closeness in our adulthood. So, okay. Anything else about sisterhood or the message that we want to present?
No. Any questions that anyone would have, leave them down in the comments. Also, we're considering doing a voicemail box, so that will also be interesting touch, so we can get some of y'all opinions on the topics that we present.
Sounds good. We'll see you in the next one.
All right, bye.
Bye.